Welcome to the County for another HEMA video. And now a few nice little tricks for today in the terms of HEMA that once again come from my experience with l'Académie scrimicie. Now, you may have seen my short video on the hiccup trick and not getting caught with your adversary waving his sword around. Well, that obeys to a nice little principle called the smaller the target is, the more it needs attention. And your enemy can get you with by many ways. So now you can't see my eyes, but if you could see them and try to say, I'm going to see where he aims and what he's going to do by looking at his eyes, well, not gonna work. And if your adversary has a helmet, not going to be that good. And if your adversary notices that, he can trick you with it, look at some direction, so you can parry and just hit another place. There's a lot of ways you can be had. So the eyes are of course a trap, the sword is a trap, just trying to the hands. Hands can move quite fast too, a bit dangerous, you might think, but what about the feet? Well, your little Quentin Tarantino's, this is not a good thing. And by the way, you don't want to have really bad feet game. You want your feet play to be somewhat decent and stable and to move correctly. Otherwise you could injure yourself, but that is for another video where I deal more in injuries. But yeah, looking at your adversary's feet or legs is a bad thing. Sword, a bad thing. The eyes, a bad thing. Now what about the chest? So the chest is somewhat a decent area, but here's the thing. You must look at the chest in the general sense. So nowadays, your adversary abs are going to be behind the gambesons. If you see something bulging, this is going to be his protection, because HEMA pants that are used in HEMA are generally thick and loose in order to properly protect. The stars, the same, you won't see much behind the gambesson. So I'm trying to spot for things. This is a trap. It's going to get you your focus on that bad thing and get you distracted and get you rightfully hit in the face. So what you want is to look in your adversary general direction without too big a focus on one part. So by looking at the chest, you of course will see the arms and the hand, and that way you can see all the movement, and when he's about to change, before it even gets to the sword, unless it's some quick things, you're going to see the rest. So it is better. General direction, not too much focus. That way you can avoid most traps. And this will give you a good defense. Of course, there's also movement that you must be wary of, because everything I said that is bad is something that you can use. So you see the person looking at your eyes, you can look everywhere. You see the person looking at your feet, you can do sudden feet move to get a reaction. In fact, many abrupt movement, even screaming out loud, lots of things like that can stagger a person, can be a danger. So you must be wary of these things being done upon you, but you must also know that you can do them. And against newcomers, it is very efficient. Against experienced people, a little bit less so, but can still be used. Mainly, you must not rely on a single trick. So I said that the hiccup trick could be good, against newcomers, do not always rely on it. Sure, it might be pertinent to see if some person will look at your sword to widely move, but if you do that in every combat, someone will notice and will just start his combat by going and stab you in the face, like you deserve. Because it's not the most defensible way, because you're having attention waving your sword stupidly around. So everything I warn people against can be used, but you must be wary of not having it used against you and not using it stupidly, because that is some type of meta trap. If you rely too much on a trick, you're going to be had, and the others will exploit this about you. So always be wary. Lots of things can be used. They can be used against you too. You can use them. Just beware. Beware not to get caught. And well, I say not to get caught, but yeah, not get caught in the trap and not get caught abusing something, because then they can counter abuse you. There's a lot of meta strategies that can exist, and thinking you're going to trap someone in a stupid way can lead you to being trapped by your own thing. I'm starting to repeat myself, but I guess that you get the ideas, and this is something that you see by having experience doing HEMAs and over time, and I do think I have a few years of scrimicie on me, so it's not coming from the top of my ass. It is based on something. So yeah, beware not to befall on pitfalls. Yeah, I'm going around. And on this, I bid you a good day, a good fight, and #scrimicie.